This is about 25 South Florissant, making St. Louis proud. BKM Fitness Boot Camp. All right. Of course, we're on a commercial. Oh, look, there's the towers by where I grew up. Look at this. The dude lives in California. There's still people living in this shithole. Top of towers, right down the street from where I grew up. Condemned building. The dude lives in California. It's a $65 ticket. He needs to pay to knock this building down. St. Louis tradition. It's where we had our, well, not my age. The group up from me had their proms and homecomings. All right, let's focus. Let's focus over here. It's me, Suze. So, the reason I wanted to make this live stream was to bring the article about the building that we lived in when we moved here in 2007. Now, there has not been legal occupancy there since back when I lived there. Mike Hearst of Ram Roofing owns that building. Well, the people at BMK, all of a sudden they're given occupancy. But, see, that was a sleight of hand trick, because guess where they came from? The abandoned Jamestown Mall. They were the last people in there, them in a church, and then Ferguson lets them in because you want to know where the political agenda is. It's right here in Ferguson, like I've been learning more and more about, and knew. I mean, it was pretty obvious from the time I got here, and they told me I'd never live or work in their town. I really didn't get it, and I had already left my old life, and I don't turn back. So, back to 25 South Florissant. Here's the question that I want to ask. How did they get grandfathered in if they weren't there after the original tenant that was grandfathered in, which was called the North American Art Council? It was in alliance with UMSL. But anyhow, they left because every time their roof caved in, their pack of lawyers got the money from Mike Hearst. They had a deal. And finally, they had enough. They moved out before we did. We moved out at the end of, well, no, it was the beginning of 2009. And then rented apartments from Pope for 1 year. But yeah, what a mess this building is. It's locked from the outside, so you can't get upstairs to the apartments. But there's people that live there, have no air conditioning, no heat, water in the basement, refuse. What's going on? This is St. Louis. Itasca and Tennessee's on the south side. Ferguson's on the north side. I want to see the big BMK thing. Let's go. Local news. Watch out for the floodwater. Yeah, St. Charles, the Promised Land, is underwater. Sure. Missouri River. And isn't that great? They want everybody to help come clean up. But there's no help for the people that are begging for help like me. Here it is. It's a lifestyle center. I had a wellness center, Steve. St. Louis proud. Look at all the people endorsing this. Here it is. How do you like the mold in there, dude? Tag it way more than what they thought they signed up for. I lived in this building. Look at the ceiling. Did you catch the ceiling on that last shot? Crazy. Tag it. Oh my gosh. What's all the crying? And your last name's Mitchell. For real? I had a grandpa Mitchell. What about the mold in the building? What about when the basement floods and there's human refuse from the apartments? Oh, crazy again. How many times have I heard crazy? You come yelling at me about working out, I'll whop you. I don't need nobody beating me up. 400 people in that spot. They're saving lives. What about the health department? Who's paying them off? It figures. It figures. You guys think I go looking for trouble. Everything that's a piece of my life, it's like the thing comes, hits me upside the head. I was just talking about 25 South Florissant. You better tag it. All right, man. I gotta go. Y'all have a great evening. Peace out from America's most playful city.